How's it going, everyone? My name is Mr. Boss the Win, as you guys already know that, and this is going to be my first episode of Black Ops 2 Insight with myself, Mr. Boss the Win. This is going to be a very formal or scripted episode, but I do want to talk about some of the rumors that have been already installed in the Black Ops series. I know it's only late February, March right now, but we're all interested in the new Black Ops game, Black Ops 2, I should say, that's going to be developed by Treyarch. So every year, we know this, it kind of flip-flops between Activision and Treyarch. They all spoil us with a new Call of Duty game, you know, with new ideas, stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you some of the rumors and maybe debunk some of the ones that I think, you know, could be happening. So obviously, as you know, Black Ops 2 is coming. Now, not just the new Call of Duty, but it seems like Activision has secured the name Black Ops 2 of the web domain. Now, that doesn't mean you can go and type in your URL, blackops2.com, and nothing's going to come up. You know, they've simply just bought out the URL name so no one else can view that or no one else can have it. But it does seem like that it is going to be Black Ops 2. Iron Wolf was kind of a myth that came out a couple months ago, but that was kind of a dull rumor, and it didn't look like anything was coming out of that. So Black Ops 2 is coming. On a likelihood scale, I'd maybe say like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, just because I think it's cool that Treyarch would pick up off the series Black Ops, how it had such a successful campaign. But let's go ahead and move on to the next rumor. So the next one is Black Ops 2 is coming to the Xbox 720 and PS4. I would say this is about a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10, mainly because Black Ops 2 is probably in the late developmental stages right now, early testing, or like very early beta testing right now. And in order to have that done, they have to have a secure console in which they know they're going to be posting on, which would be the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii. So it's very unlikely. Later in the year, maybe at E3, we might be seeing some glimpses of an Xbox 720 and PS4, but I find it highly unlikely that Black Ops 2 and Treyarch will skip ahead and wait for the Xbox 720, because that might be a year or about 16 months. We don't really know. So like I said, I'm saying that about a 2 out of 10, 1 out of 5, something like that. Okay, the next rumor is Black Ops 2 will be coming to the Wii U and PS Vita, or Vita, however you want to pronounce it. I think that's very likely because, you know, the Wii U has been announced for a couple years right now. It's going to be the new console that's going to be released in, I think, like June or July. I don't know when Nintendo is set to release that date. I think it's going to be very cool that Black Ops 2 could be coming to a lot of mobile consoles. You don't really think mobile consoles for having a very good first-person background. You think of more of a sports or like an arcade or something like that. But I think it'd be very cool. Likelihood of that, maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. I think it would be awesome. Personally, I like sticking to consoles and PC gaming when I like to do first-person shooters, but that's just me. Okay, so the next rumor is Black Ops 2 will pick up precisely where Black Ops left off. Since Treyarch has so far only made one Black Ops game, which we already know that, it wouldn't be unreasonable that the writers would just continue off the pretty good storyline that they made in the first Black Ops, you know, where Mason tried to assassinate the John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States, and you know how they were brainwashed out of his mind, kind of like an Inception thing. You know, it was a really cool campaign, kind of weird, and it left a lot of cliffhangers. It also had a lot of surprises for us, so I would think it would be awesome. You know, a lot of the times in Call of Duty, we jump straight to the multiplayer. We kind of ignore the fact that there's this awesome campaign here. And I do accredit Infinity Ward for making a Call of Duty 4 and then Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. The storyline keeps building on each other, and you can really connect to the characters inside of that. So I think if they do the same thing, you know, build out with Mason and maybe Fidel Castro comes back or some rulers of Russia or something like that, build it a little later in the years of the Cold War, I think that would be awesome. So the next rumor is, and this is probably a very likely one, Black Ops 2 will be bringing new gameplay to the franchise. And Activision has basically quoted saying meaningful innovations will be made to Black Ops 2. And innovations can be gameplay style, it could be weapons, it could be whatever you want, but there's always new installments, mini installments in the COD series. So, you know, Modern Warfare 3 brought Team Defender and Drop Zone and Infection. And, you know, I think it would be very cool to see some very similar games like that in Black Ops 2 with a few tweakings, of course. So likelihood of that, probably a 9 out of 10, and it'd be nice because it would switch things up, and I think it would be very interesting. So the last thing is Black Ops 2 will be connected to the Elite 2.0 server. Now I'm going to say Elite, like Call of Duty Elite for Modern Warfare 3, wasn't awesome. You know, the DLC theme every month is pretty cool. There's still a lot of flaws in the website. Not all of it works perfectly. I think if they can work out Black Ops 2 with Elite 2.0, you can get some very advanced stats and stuff like that in there. I think that would be awesome. and I think it would be something we could all look forward to. So other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Remember to like if you always want free bacon, and there's a subscribe button in the bottom right here. If you're already a subscriber to me, don't worry, don't press that button, but if you like this video and this is the first time checking out my channel, you can go ahead and click that button and it will take you to a subscribe page. You can go ahead and subscribe. And other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I will talk to you later. I'm out, and enjoy the rest of your week.